go. Got the liquidity to go. We shall see, we shall see, we shall see. Missed the trade already. Would really liked it. Spear, I didn't take this. Perfect setup, but came pre-open, and I didn't want to take a trade pre-market. So
possess the explosion, baby. It's cold outside. There's nothing left to do. So why don't we stay right here in this room? When I saw you that night, I knew right away. You keep me warm. Oh. In the cold, I got my hands wrapped around you, and your spices burn my tongue. Your body heats my insides while we watch the snow through the window. Sunrise creeping through the blinds. Another day, a brand new climb. Coffee brewing in my head, but something else I want instead. Ice clinking, a gentle sound. My favorite potion all around. Shaking or stirred, baby, what's your pleasure? A little bit of magic, hidden treasure. Twist or a pour, a secret desire. Setting my whole world on fire. Setting my whole world on fire. Some folks like it smooth and cool, breaking every single rule. Yeah. Others like a little fight. Mix it up with all their might. Shaking up or stirred, baby, what's your pleasure? A little bit of magic, hidden treasure. Twist the rapport, a secret desire. Setting my whole world on fire. Setting my whole world on fire. We dance a playful game, whispering each other's name. A tiny glass of perfect art, stealing every piece of my
Alright, boys. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm back. There's only one of these anyway. One sec. Oh. Spewing, I didn't take this trade. I'm gonna see this touch here and trade back above these highs. This is the only trade that I see. 2000 inversion. Have to wait for this to suit this while I look for a trade. Somewhere in this zone we can try long, but it could dive straight through, so might be a bit of a boring Monday morning stream in terms of trades because we're not moving that quick. I mean, it's 100 points still, but I hate these big gap ups on weekly open. This 3-minute gap, I might hold us there. Just want to see us. I'm gonna drop this into the zone. This is what I'd be expecting. Don't know when this will happen though. Could be here, could be here. No trades till this is swept, boys. These guys. Might be a bit of a boring stream, boys, girls, whoever's here. I'm spewing. This is so clean. The way that I trade, whoever's watching, I'm gonna take one loss a day, which sometimes scares me, but shouldn't. Like this, I shouldn't have hesitated. This fits the system very, very nicely. But we're gonna have to wait for some sort of inversion here. I want to see something like that, and then we're gonna push back through. Try to get more. One sec, boys, I'm gonna make a fucking phone call.
whiskey glow. Oh, here we go. Ooh, take it, shake it, nice and slow. Confidence moves, don't you know? Whiskey glow. Oh, whiskey glow.
À la vie, mon amour, French setting fire, ça va, we glow, we arrive. Oh la la, petite fleur, moonlight white, good mood, easy ride. We shine, à la vie, mon amour, keep it alive. Ça va, we thrive. Side street silver with a drizzle calm. Flute glass bright on a borrowed palm. Lemon thread, little spark in the air. Trashy grin, river breeze in my hair. You say bonsoir, I answer bien. Petit fleur tucked in a jacket pin. Clock says late, but the night says stay. We trade the rush for a satin day. If thoughts run loud, we whisper low. Count to 4, let the soft bass grow. Je t'aime la vie, a simple vow. Take this light and wear it now. À la vie, mon amour. French 75, ça va. We glow, we arrive. Oh la la, petite fleur, moonlight white, good mood, easy ride. We shine, à la vie, mon amour, pour un revive. Ça va, we thrive tonight.
What's going on, gents? At the moment, I'm waiting patiently for us to take this level into this area. Then I'll look for longs because I missed this short and I ain't a fan of anything until we get that. I missed this trade, so I ain't gonna rush into it. So I'm just gonna hang out here, play some tunes, feel free. Leave a like on the stream. Well, I mean, if you can, it takes 2 seconds. Ooh, very nice to be in this. But yeah, as I said here, reject off this and continue lower, so. Up that level now, so see if we can get something in a second.
Turn down the noise, I clear the lane. 4 count breath, I ride the train. Eyes on one smoke, on ahead. Clutter phase, I lose the dread. One task, one tone, hand steady, phone gone. Small move, then more. I'm here for the core. Focus flow, let it grow, breathe slow. I'm in the zone. Focus flow, steady roll. Do one thing and let it go. Focus flow, steady roll. Do one thing and let it go. Keep it clean, keep it calm. Eating breath, body, mind. I count to 4 and I'm through the door.
Credit must be anything you guys watching.
No rush, no track, just a smooth white flag. I lean into the line and the line treats me fine. Focus flow, let it grow, breathing slow, on the zone. Focus flow, steady roll. Do one thing and let it go. Focus flow, steady roll. Do one thing and let it go.
So let's continue then. Get this rundown now.
Lift the weight, feel the rise. In the moment, open eyes.
Man, if this doesn't want to, like, you know, if this wicks down in here, I'm gonna suspect that this comes and runs back up here and then we can catch continuation short. But if it just runs down, then I'd like to catch some sort of reverse it back up.
The air is clear, the colors bloom. No more shadows in the room. A steady pulse beneath the floor. We've never felt this way before. You're the vision, I'm the spark. We are dancing through the dark. Don't look back, don't look down. We're the only ones in town. Close your eyes, feel the heat. Let the rhythm be complete. This is a good move, sharp and true. A little something just for me and you. Yeah, this is a good move, touch and easy breath. A quiet life, a beautiful death. To everything we used to know, we're letting all the anchors go. No more logic, no more time. Your heartbeat is the only chime. It's a frequency of timeless soul. You're the half that makes me whole. Erase the line, erase the noise. Find the power in my voice. On higher ground, sharp and true. Me and you, let it flow. Lift the weight, liquid gold. Just a pulse, just a pulse. Yeah. This is a good move.
See if we can get this some sort of inversion happening.
Balance flips, little buzz in my pocket. Green like green, I could dance in a socket. Receive, sleep easy, I'm breezy, I'm fine. Week was a climb, now I'm cruising the line. Clear, I'm clear, my sky right here. It clear, I'm clear, no wait, just chill. It clear, I'm clear, I glide all year.
Need an inversion. But you can take a momentum close on this one, would you? I just wouldn't. Mark it out. Sweet clean breeze through city trees. I'm paid in light. Good shot, Dad. What's happening, bro? What is good? How's your weekend, my man?
Tell me something true, something real. You trace a circle,
Missed a trade setup. Watching the Super Bowl. That is delightful. Sorry, I keep doing that. Let's see if I can get the Super Bowl up.
tequila got a funny little way of making things feel realer. Yeah, the salt and the lime and the silver tequila slowly showing me the way I ought to feel. Yeah. Now you're talking about your home, a distant town. The fortress that you built is coming down. I'm telling you about my hidden, faded scars beneath the glow of these sophisticated city bars. We're laughing now, a true and easy sound on this sacred, soulful common ground. 'Cause the salt and the lime and the silver tequila got a funny little way of making things feel real.
I'm trying to get the Super Bowl up on the screen. There we go. Just need to make sure it's on mute. Seattle? I don't know these teams. Try that. You're gonna have to help me out. I'm waiting to go long one. Potentially, but we're so bearish that it might not happen. Seahawks offense. Seattle Seahawks, New England Patriots. Yeah, I don't know much about the Super Bowl, but I do. NFL's cool. Remember when I went to America, watched a few games. So. I'm watching on a certain streaming thing, so I'm probably behind at the moment. I think we have a field goal. And he's just kicked it in as we speak, so I know the Super Bowl is huge. It's like the biggest thing in America here. Yeah, alright, man. I'm in sync. 9-12, third quarter, or third quarter to go. It's funny how sports between countries are so different. Anyway, I wouldn't take this. So now we're in the zone, which is basically this old 5,000 area, old level of resistance in here, sort of. While this, I have an ad anyway. And then basically on this here, 50% also lines up with this area, so that's why potentially, yeah. I used to play rugby league in Australia, which is like our version of football, but I stopped playing that and I moved to soccer. Well, also, one thing I just noticed, we have this 4-hour double mark here, so this might want to retrade all the way down here to close this back in. Might just get a straight up inversion. Yeah. Gotta be wary of that as well. This will be there opening, yeah. But I think we will get some sort of bounce and then we might continue lower. Trading the bounce might be risky. 223, yeah. Well, that's sort of what I'm expecting. More of like a sweet bounce. So what we do here. This sort of grindy downward price action, where we're not like minimal retraces, just showing constant weakness. So it makes it a bit scary to just buy into that because it's against trend. Huge bit of momentum. No inversion that I can take though, so. What's good, chalk? Welcome, brother. I don't think I've ever seen your name today, my man, so. What is good, my bro? Like, expecting this bounce is, for me, I like, but I can't enter if I don't have the entry model. Technically could take this if I blast through, but I wouldn't be the biggest fan of that. But I think we do get this sort of push now, maybe. I'd rather stay patient for what I want to see. I really like this off open, push up, 1000 inverse, trade below, close below, retrade it. So that's the only thing that I've seen. I'm not in a trade currently, bro. I'm waiting. This is the only trade that I would have taken today based on my model. For now, just based on where we're at, we've had this bullish run up. We are sort of in premium discount of this entire range, so we're in the middle of the range. Hard to say exactly which way we go, but we did gap up, so, you know, for me, with that sort of bullish bias, I have this 5,000 gap here. We'll find same thing in the 2,000. And then essentially I just want to wait for this sweep and we'll try to take long back into an area, even if it does something like this. Just want to be involved in something here to here. But Again, I can only enter if I get some sort of inversion, so I can't do that. Same way that with this here, we pushed above, you know, these highs, so you can expect that reversal. Wouldn't take it straight away. Continue pushing up here, consolidate, aggressive push up, aggressive push down, retrade, sell back down. So I'd like to see something similar here. Consolidate for a bit, one more aggressive push down, back up, and then we'll take that. You in anything, bro? Taking anything? Taking any trades? Start that as well. So much weakness right now that it's very hard to want to go long, but I think I prefer it. Yeah, that's why I want to lean. Everything is pointing up of this sort of, you know, we've created a bottom of a range here. So it almost assumes when you play range to range, market probably wants to move sort of back up into this higher area. Then it can decide if it wants to push through or just retest and come back down. But when a range is created, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's about that. The idea is to play the range. So at the moment the range, right, range bottom. So I want to take it back up to range top. Well, that's what I'm going to be doing.
Who helps me make a stand? Drink up. He's the only one who understands. Drink up. He'll do the rest. I'll do the rest. Oh, the man from London. He just keeps on calling. Ever since that first sweet sip I started falling.
Second down. I love how passionate they are. Honestly, shut that. I wouldn't even say it's royalty free. I just play music on Spotify, but every video I get copyright. I play not copyrighted music, but it's generally music that is like not really like labeled or something. Hard to explain. I just don't play a generic like radio music. I play like soul and jazz groove on Spotify and peaceful music. And generally, it's okay. Yeah. I mean, you can search royalty-free music. The only issue is once you get monetized, you know, it depends if you trying to make money from YouTube or not. But that goal stays the same for me. I want to make money from trading, so I'd rather people enjoy the life with better music than worry about making $10 a video. I mean, and then obviously those longer form, if I grow and then the longer form videos come, then, you know, obviously those ones different, but on live stream, yeah. But yeah, I just play Spotify. I search up jazz groove, soul, bar music, those sort of things. I like all types of music. I have like 10,000 songs liked in Spotify. I like rap, I like drill, I like pop, I like country, I like techno, I like tech house, I like everything. Black rap, white rap. I like chicks that sing. But if it becomes an issue, then obviously I have to play like more of your copyright free. And you can search that stuff on YouTube as well. People have like 1 hour, 3 hour, 10 hour versions. So a lot of people just chuck that on and then, yeah, well, yeah. It goes to a certain point for me as well. Opera's probably out of the question. I'm not going to trade based on this 1000 inversion. I just want to mark it out so I'm aware of it. Because ideally, I want to see what we do here. Still potential for me to be able to take some sort of trade back down. If I still think this has room to come lower. But this could be all that it needs to start pushing up. Yeah. I mean, this is what you want to see. And even this 15-minute gap, people are going to be ready to short. People are going to want to see this happen, trade this gap fill, whatever, and probably fine, and come here, come back there, push through.
Steam on my glasses, book half open in my hand. You stir the foam into a heart. Say, you're hard to understand.
This stays open like a breakaway gap as well. Going to be hard to want to short as well.
We trade sips, trade stories. Let the silence fill the dial. Oh,
I definitely have a fear of executing because this to me is a really nice trade. Having this framing needing to happen. See what we do.
Your laugh leaves a trace on the rim of my chip cup. You draw futures on a napkin, then fold the corners up. Raindrops on the awning, soft percussion overhead. You say I could stay too close.
Anchor's been doing this a lot, this one-sided run type thing. Trade straight down, trade straight back up. Yeah, up, up. What about that? I don't know if you were here, Chartad, but this Friday analysis is just fucking. This just proves to me that I really fucking understand markets. So I just need to stop overthinking. Got this consolidation in this level, tag that came down back to this level, pushed up, rejected this 50% into this inversion, pushed through all day. And then we came all the way up to my draw, which I marked out earlier in the week, which was this high. We took that out. Might get your retest here. Yeah. It's just a really nice market structure. I'm gonna get rid of this thing. Old news, no point reflecting on it. Take a little screenshot. Still say that. We can move that later. We did get this little pivot candle here. Again, I don't mind this to this 1000 inversion, so we'll see which way it wants to work. Go here. Tricky spot, framing both. I'd rather not take a trade, just into the retest top. 6-2. I like the idea. This high. I feel a bit dusty this morning. I had a terrible sleep last night. Woke up at 4 AM. Went to bed at 11, so it was only 5 hours of sleep. You can hear it in my voice. I sound dusty. So I can feel my decision making isn't in the best spot. Is the NFL usually this low scoring? Or is this just a really like close or tight game? Nice equal game. That's really nice for long. Yeah, well. We close this, technically inverse is back to the downside. But I think it might be a quick run and sweep and then re-inverse. We're chop up P really badly, boys. We'll be back in less than a few minutes.
Streetlights painting on the avenues, losing track of all the passing views. There's a current running under my feet, a conversation in the concrete, yeah, a rhythm in the concrete, and the skyline starts to glow for me. A million stories I can see, I feel it building, rising high underneath this endless sky. Golden haze and city lights in this maze, it feels so right. Yeah, the pulses in my soul, losing all my self-control. Golden haze and city lights, we can't own it for the night. Yeah, the pulses in my soul, taking over all control. Feels so right, feels so right. Golden haze, so right, feels so right. In this maze, so right, feels so right, feels so right. In the haze, feels so right. Distant sirens make a melody, part of this electric symphony. Every shadow starts to dance and sway, washing all the busy thoughts away. Just let them drift and fade away. And the skyline starts to glow for me. A million stories I can see. I feel building, rising high underneath this endless sky. Golden haze and city lights in this maze, it feels so right. Yeah, the pulses in my soul, losing all my self-control. Golden haze and city lights, we can't own it for the night. Yeah, the pulses in my soul, taking over all control. Taking over, taking over all control. Taking over, taking over all control. Taking over, the pulses in my soul, taking over all control. We move together like the tide, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from this energy inside. Feel the beat, enjoy the ride. We are the echoes in the street, we are the rhythm of the feet. Feel it low, feel it deep. Secrets that the pavements keep. Feel so right in the haze. Feel so right. City light. Feel so right in the haze. Feel so right all night, all night. Golden haze and city lights in this maze, it feels so right. Yeah, the pulses in my soul, losing all my self-control. Golden haze and city lights, we can't own it for the night. Yeah, the pulses in my soul, taking over all control. Golden haze, city lights, golden haze, for the
My insides feel fucking crooked. I had a big weekend. Minimal sleep's not good. It's really feel it. This looks like it wants to reclaim back above. It's setting up. Not partying. On Saturday, technically yes, but like I wasn't actually like partying myself like fucking through the ringer or anything. Saturday I had one of my mates, like 3 of his siblings all have a birthday in the same week, so it was Saturday night. Didn't stay out late or anything, didn't drink a lot. But then yesterday, my other friend also had a birthday, so I went to the beach, spent all day at the beach, playing beach volleyball and having a few drinks, eating barbecue, swimming and whatnot. So I guess you could say partying, but nothing, I wasn't getting tanked and waking up with a hangover or anything. Nice bounce for you here, chart that. Man, some of the lineups on these players makes one look terrible. What a fucking... what a throw. Should go up or down. You want up. Yeah. I mean, but this could just set up people short and early continuation just to run back for it. That's the thing, like, you only want to take it to here anyway, so there's nothing stopping it from doing this, which I can see happening pretty likely. As people market out this inversion, close below on a short continuation. Even if they put their stop here, give it a bit of breathing room, they want to cash their 2R. So this is pretty much exactly what you'd want to see for that one. And then they also have this as a confluence, this 1000 gap as a bounce point. So a few areas that could hold it up. We've already respected this, pushed through the lower time frame market structure. Very likely. What's your rules, chart that? Like, if you get into a trade, you take an L or a W. What's your risk? Do you have a fixed risk per day? How are you trading? Yeah, hard to be break even on this right now. Because it's just dancing around entry.
Three parts quiet, two parts spirit. Close your eyes so you can hear it. Toes melting in the sand, moving with the open hand. Please don't make me leave the floor.
Okay, so you're just trading a 1-to-1.
Turn the night a deeper hue, let the rhythm carry.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's something that I need to work into my system, but for now I just gotta stick to what's working, because the last 2 sessions I should be on a 5-win streak, honestly. My rates have been like really on point. My execution hasn't been. I'm still at break even, pretty much 1 trade away. But you know, these last Friday I had 2 wins where I should have taken 1 trade here, and then today, based on system, just taking the system should be in those. But obviously, is it in a perfect world? Because with 5 wins in a row, at, you know, $400-500, I'd be close to passing these accounts, and that is a perfect world.
Baseline bending, color sway. Every heartbeat finds the way.
I got full faith that the next week is simply completely detaching myself to the point where I can just execute, you know, but not over trading. For me, so much more important than not passing the accounts. It works in 2 ways to my knowledge as well, because people always say, like, if you are trading on the 1-minute time frame, the 4-hour and daily really don't have the major impact on it. You know what I mean? Like people will say, oh, you need to start on the weekly, but then they're taking trades on a 1-minute chart. It makes not much sense. I think the highest you'd need to go is daily or 4-hour, but even then, like, we just mark out this 4-hour swing. We go back through how many, you know, it's important to be in context of that, but it's, yeah, just the bias part of it. It's like, once you print this candle, then maybe it's worth saying, all right, maybe I want to hold a bearish bias until we take, let's say, this low or this low. So from, you know, here to here, you hold a bearish bias, and then when you come back on these time frames, then it allows you to be better positioned. Because once you get that retest, you know, you can play short, and then when you get these sort of aggressive moves down, you can take better advantage of them. But then again, like, that's the way I understand bias in my understanding of it. Same as me. I only use high time frame just to gain the bias. I don't really, like, for me, bias is as quick as this. Daily bounce, 4-hour. Sort of looking at this as a reprice of this leg, so that's why I can expect down or up, but then V-shaped recovery. So just based on what the session's saying is what I frame, and then obviously weekly gap up. I'm just looking at this and where can I take a trade? Like, I don't mind taking short here or long in here, so I just wait for what happens first and then just trade best now. But that's as quick as I need. Like, it's what I just did there is what I would do if I wasn't streaming anyway, because there's nothing else to it. I just need to have an idea of where I want to see price draw into to fulfill either or. So seeing this push down, yeah, this is like, for me as well, sweet. closure back above with aggression, trade back into, and then instantly reject, you might get that sort of actual acceptance of that as the bottom, with not really an entry model unless you are playing a bounce, which is how you trade. Like for here, even for anyone that's a lower time frame trader, that only a gambler would be taking this as a 1 minute fair value gap, right? Like, there's not many traders that could replicate this trade. So, taking it as a bounce level, same as I have with this, 5,000 gap, makes sense. But again, I can't enter personally just because the entry model isn't there. Like this, even though it's a small gap, if the entry model's there, I have confidence to this run up, run down, retrade into it. Whether I took this as the entry or this is the close, it doesn't really. If I take the close, it should be at the candle high. If I take the retest, it has to be at the swing high. But yeah, either or. So this feels like, even if I got a tiny gap here, risk-free trades are always the best trades. It's when it's the most fun. Because it's like, I either make money or I don't lose a single thing. Beautiful, beautiful buy up though. It's exactly what you want to see. I didn't realize that was there. That's a super nice buy back up. Closure, strong closure on the 2000. And this could have freedom to just keep pushing. Probably take another one off, maybe at these size, and then you could just let the last one cook for as long as you want to. That's what you want to see as well. Breakaway gap, stay open, run through here, then use that as support. The best trades I see that run long is where it never allows someone to actually get in unless they actually push the button. Like here, people are waiting, they want that really nice, alright, now it's here, I want to get in here. But you want it to just keep pushing up, so that entry price it never follows back. And if that happens, then usually onto a winner like here. Unless you take this first step, it just doesn't come back for any fair value gap, it just runs down. So for this, for me, to see, you want to see a push through here. But either way, you've taken your profit, so. That is a W, mate. That is an absolute W. We'll see if I can get anything in the next 25. Again, my framework is still staying intact, so I'll see if I get anything, but if not, then I'll be back in London to trade. This is the only thing that fit my system, so. But I didn't take it because it happened at 11:30. But I know that if I take this, as it has been working, I will be, just from a win rate perspective, I would have been on like a 60, 70, 80% win rate for the last period. Not that the strategy has that win rate. But with a 1.5R system with that, anything over 50% is great. Just want to see fucking nice injection upside. Let's see. Market isn't super aggressive today. It's not like you not the most violent Asia session. I'm not getting these sort of moves like we were the other day. I have, but at the moment I don't. I just get in with the size for the specific risk. And then I leave it. Like that other day when I took the W, I was thinking about it. And then I removed the idea. Depends on my trading, you know, like I've just noticed that when I have partials, I can let my emotions intervene too much. But I don't think there's anything wrong with partials. Right near it. Is that your 500 done for the day? This is exactly what you want to see for that long low as well. Coming from what I go. So you then use that buffer you've created to then move on to your next ID. We do have this tiny 2000 inversion here, which we've closed back above, so mark it out. But again, I'm not forcing anything here because to me this is very different to this trade. Like risk to reward on this makes a lot of sense. Risk to reward on this, I don't like, because I can frame a short here. I can frame a long here, but for a 1-5, I don't think this trade is worth it in comparison to this. Because here, this occurring brings you back into the range where this can move up. I don't need it to take that low, whereas here I sort of need it to push up through resistance. Yeah, they've all shut off gold. They know stuff we don't know. It must want to keep going down or something. What's good, NQ Kush? Good morning, brother. I'm not in anything yet. Don't know if I will by the time my trading session ends, but essentially I'm either letting this play out long to maybe catch continuation back down, or if it's convincing enough, you know, we'll try to take some sort of continuation back up. But I have no entry model in this reversal. I marked out this area for a bounce point after we set this low, but nothing on the 2000 tick chart, so I can't take it. It's got the Super Bowl on the left screen, which I don't watch because I'm from Sydney, but I am watching. That's actually cool. Don't know what's going on, but I'm good, bro. I'm glad you're well, bro. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope this week is hella profitable for anyone that's watching and hanging out. Already 10% through the year. So 90% to go. 10% through the year sounds scary, but when you realize that there's 90% to go, it's exciting. We all know how a 100-meter sprint goes. First 10 meters don't mean shit. First 10 meters don't mean shit in a 100-meter sprint. They do. I mean, how you get out of the gates is important, but it's everything after. Fucking can fall over halfway. Can fucking turn on the jets 60 meters in. Nice trade, shot that, nice trade. I mean, the read again is like, you know, spot on, but I can't force myself to execute here without having the entry model. Like this area here, providing support, expected. This sort of run up without any pullback suggests that we might actually come all the way back up for this high from early sellers. But we will see what we do in this area, right? Because I could still, depends what we do. Again, I can't make a decision until we get there and we react or not react. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you have the freedom to do whatever you feel like. Target back into VWAP, so probably expect a tiny rejection. Anyone here watch football at all? Like soccer? See the games this morning? Fucking Liverpool got robbed. No, not robbed, they played like shit. But this guy looks like Kai Sadat. The guy that just almost caught the ball. Well, the rugby dude, yeah. I like rugby as well. I used to play rugby, play soccer now, but I like all sports. I'll be honest, I stopped playing rugby because I fucking tackled some kid one time and I fucking injured him. He was out for like 6 weeks and it was in training. It was like my own teammate. And I was like scarred. Because I completely put him out. But I transferred my skills into soccer. I was 5'8", so I was a conversion creative player, and now I'm a midfielder in soccer. It does happen. It's part of the game. Like, fucking head crunch and tackles non-stop. my dad used to make me wear a headgear, so I was always that one spastic that looked like a sped on the field. That also pissed me off. Instead of just taking off the headgear and playing, I stopped playing altogether. Yeah, I do. I've always been decent at football as well. Like, I was never an athletic kid, but since I lost weight, like I'm fucking pretty active. I'd like to say on the field. I do have some stamina these days, but I smoke so many cigarettes at the moment that the stamina is dwindling. That's something I need to do something about. At the moment, I'm in the acceptance stage because I used to vape heavily and I quit vaping. I've quit vaping for I don't know how long now, which is the right thing. You forget how long you've quit something for. It's the best thing. Vapes turn to snus, then snus turn to cigarettes, then cigarettes turn back to snus, and then snus turn back to vape, and then we've done it all again, and then we actually quit. But now it's just cigarettes, so it's limited to going outside and having them. Yeah, for working out, being fat once, being 40 kilos overweight, it's like non-negotiable now. Like, I post some, if you see my YouTube, Instagram, anything, I post fitness stuff, and I'll post more of it. Obviously, at the moment, I'm just doing training because I'm really focused on it, but losing 40 kilos ain't no easy feat, getting bullied your whole life, girls calling you fat, you know, all these sort of things. I have, like, crazy habits that are so instilled in me now to maintain it that it's very hard for me to be overweight, which I like. But again, there's those times when you get hit with sickness or you're out for 2 weeks and you can't do it, and then those are the periods where getting back into it's important. But usually when I'm sick, I still train and it feels like shit. But Mokhtar, at the moment, honestly, I wouldn't even trade in this spot because we're in the middle of the range, bro, and that's just me being honest. I'd love to be able to say that the market's going to go up or down right now, but this is possibly the worst place to trade because you're coming into an inflection point where it either continues higher or starts to come back down for continuation. What am I expecting? I expect the price to draw into this low, into this old support and resistance zone, which is basically these old gaps here, and then trade higher. I just didn't get an entry model that I can take personally. But yeah, at this point, I can't frame anything right here. I can frame both long and short, and so for that reason, I wouldn't trade right now. Personally, not saying you can't, but I don't like this. I like it, but I don't like it for me. What's gold said? Well, gold shorts looks alright. I don't mind gold shorts. Huge rejection at the highs, swept the high. Again, it's consolidation, people buying into the long, probably want to sell down. Well, it's good to trade at this moment. NQ is moving pretty nice. But yeah, I don't think it's a good point to get into it. Copper, slow as fuck today. Unless you're on a low time frame. Wheat shorts look alright, honestly, till this low. I don't trade wheat. Silver, bit of a sticky point, sort of just sideways upwards, so I don't like that. So I just stick to my fucking S&P and NQ. The difference between NQ and ES at the moment is, so we've pushed above these old highs, this old sort of area of support and resistance. We've reclaimed under it and then rejected back off it, but pushing back through it. So I think if this pushes back through, NQ is sort of already leading this, pushing, you know, it's already well above this. Might see this one push back up to this highs. Because there's going to be people in these shorts trailing. This first run up takes that out. So Diamond Reed, that's, yeah, it's a very hard question to answer, that is. I don't think there's ever a time that something is necessarily profitable, because trading, you actually never know what's going to happen. I can't guarantee that I'm going to make money on the next trade. No one can. And if anyone tells you otherwise, they're lying. You have to trade what you understand. Probably not the answer you want to hear, but it's the truth. You know, like, right now this could go here, it could go here. Nobody knows. But someone might have a system that says, alright, if we retest this inversion, I take long. Right, and I take it to the high. Someone else might have a system that says, alright, at 50% of this, I'm going to take short. I can't tell you which of these is going to happen, because everyone trades differently. And I'm telling you that someone could make money with this, and someone could also make money with this. I appreciate that, my man. I just got to start materializing this knowledge, you know. So initially I was framing this, right, because we push up of a new wick open gap, new day open gap, right? We push up, we extend, and then you're looking for us to reprice the range to decide where we want to go. So once we took this low, we now have the freedom to move back higher, right? Because markets move like this. They sweep lows, they take highs, they sweep lows, they take highs. So for this to look the same as here, we have to push up, then we have to come back down, and then we have to either continue higher or respect this and continue lower. Which is why at this certain point I can't tell you which way I'm expecting, because I can make both make sense. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense or not, maybe it doesn't, but at the moment I'm in a no trade period because I cannot frame one specific high or low. I can frame both. When you can frame both, you shouldn't trade. You need to have confidence in the direction that you pick. If I took a short, I wouldn't be confident in it, because I could also take a long that I could be confident in or not be confident in. This short I'm confident in. I don't expect us to continue going long at this high once we inverse this first 2000 tick gap. Once we inverse this and we reject and respect it, we close back through right here. This gap right here. Once we push through this, we consolidate, push above, come back through, close underneath, and then come back and respect it. I'm confident that this can go short. And if I take this and it fails, I'm confident that this will work again. If I take a long or a short here, I can't replicate this, right? Because there's no framework for me to get involved. If I wanted short, I have to wait for 50% of the range, which we haven't done. And if I wanted long, I have to wait for a 2000 tick inversion, which I like happening in the sweep point, not all the way up here. And that is the short answer. It is gambling. It is a coin toss right now, for me. Doesn't mean that you can't make money. It's a common misconception, right? When people maybe join a trading live stream. Mine, I'm not anyone fucking famous, popular. You know, I just post stuff for transparency and documenting. But any trading live stream you join, if they ever say that they can tell you what is going to happen, any Discord you pay for where, you know, someone tells you what to do, again, it's not going to guarantee that you make money on that trade. It's just, if you're in a Discord and someone has genuinely made a lot of money trading, then you take their opinion with value because they actually have proved that they can do it. Number one, I haven't proved that I can do it, so I wouldn't take my advice anyway. Number two, yeah, I have strict discipline this year. 2026 is a year of discipline. I've proved that I can make payouts before. I've gotten large payouts, gotten scammed. I've had payouts through trading profitably, and I've also gambled horrifically and lost hundreds of accounts, thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands. For me, I'll have to stick to my discipline. And unfortunately, that might make me a boring trader. You know, it might make me, you know, might see a lot of break-even thumbnails. Keeps me in check, you know, because it allows me to then be a person that might potentially one day be able to say, all right, I'm really confident in this going on because my system says so. And again, I still never want to be like that, but that's just obviously how it works. In anything, right? You get a fitness coach, you're not going to take it off someone who isn't in shape. You take it off someone who has gotten in shape, prove that they can do it. So you take their opinion with value, and then you trust them because you know that their knowledge is backed by evidence. Personally, I don't think I have enough evidence to, number one, recommend which direction it should go. And again, losing weight's very different to telling someone else to risk money, right? Like, I don't want to say I think this is going to go up and then it goes down and then you guys lose your accounts. That's always the downside with trading streaming, is that people genuinely, like, I've been there, I've done it, I've joined a live stream and I said, this guy's going to save my fucking account that's in drawdown, and I've full ported their decision and it's it, stop loss. And then I tilt and I cry and I fucking, you know, I'm like, whatever. But again, don't join trading streams with the idea that that person's going to make you rich. Join them with the intention of learning, seeing how they speak, what their mindset is like, and then build your own trading journey from that. Like here, we're now reinvesting this in the same area, but we still haven't gotten back to 50% of the discount. So either way, if I wanted to take this, I couldn't because it doesn't fit my system, and that's okay, you know. Yeah, and trading is meant to be boring. I've got nothing to sell you, you know what I mean? I've got nothing to sell you. When I first got a payout, $46,000 Australian, 30k USD, I never had to say that I got scammed. I could have said I got paid out. I could have made fake things and started a fucking Discord and shit, but I dealt with the truth of it, which was I got scammed. I lost all my money, lost all my cars. I had really nice cars, you know, I had plenty of money invested, I had plenty of savings. I lost it all, lost everything. So if there's anything you can learn from me, I'll teach you how bad it can get before it gets good. And if you guys want to stick around, you'll see it get good. But it got very bad before it's gonna get good. So 6 months I had to quit trading. 6 months I had to work in sales again and fucking work 12-hour days, 50 to 100 genuine booked appointments per day, 20-minute calls, a lot of rejection, a lot of no's, no trading, early mornings, late nights, save money, just so I can do it again. What did it teach me? That taking a trade here because I want to make money is not as good as waiting for this trade, which I have really high confidence that can make me money over the long term. That's just the reality of it. So again, I got nothing to sell you. Nothing to sell you. Hopefully one day it makes sense, chart that, you know. There's a few people watching at the moment, so I'm hopefully you guys take this advice. And genuinely, the reality is, when you're first starting out, if anyone's new, this is going to go in one ear and out the other. You know, maybe it gets through to one person, maybe it gets through to two, but essentially, you know, when you're first learning, you have to learn by doing. So, I mean, if you guys take the next trade that I ever take and it works or it doesn't work, then do it. But you only learn that that's not the best thing to do by doing that, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? you have to take, you know what people say, I'll give you my advice on profitable trading. There isn't a set system, right? No one's going to give you a perfect IFVG setup or a perfect retracement continuation setup that makes you rich for the rest of your life, right? I'll give you a framework that you start to apply. Let me change this song really quickly because it's not much in the vibes. They'll give you a framework, right, that you can apply. And then you're going to try it and you might see some success with it. And you're going to say, all right, I really like an inversion. Like, I really like an inversion. And I really like inversions, that's why I trade them. I really like an inversion as an entry model, right? Because what does an inversion do for me? It shows that there's bullish intention, which is sold back through. And it's basically, what is this? Support and resistance. It's just another word for fucking market structure, right? I just really like seeing enough volume push price up and get sold back into to then take a trade idea. You notice here, there's no inversions. So what do we do? It's quite choppy. Even here, there's no inversions. So we're not creating enough force to push price down and push it back up violently. We go back in price anytime. When we create these, small inversions here after sweeping liquidity, what do? We have quick run-ups, right? Seeking liquidity. It's not perfect, you'll still get choppy price action, but you have to see these things occur, right? Like here, strong inversion, push up, no run back, first inversion, we run straight back down, bang. Like, compare this sort of price action to here, you can still make money here, as Charta did with me right here, this whole session, but I don't have a high probability way of trading this, so I don't trade it anymore. And I used to trade this because I don't understand a way to trade this. Other people do. Charta understands it. That's why he's able to, scale and whatever it is. But hopefully that helps, dudes, dudettes, guys, girls, whoever's watching. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta accept that not every session, not every trading day, you're gonna be able to take a trade. And this is learned, by the way. Like, I learned this over time. I learned this by taking 600 trades in a day, tilting. I've learned this by losing multiple accounts in a day. I've learned this by trading. I've learned it by doing the thing. So I guess the only thing that you can learn from me is, if you don't want to lose a lot of money, start to do this, because I ain't losing money at the moment. I'm just not making it. But the last 5 trades that I have marked out genuinely have hit for W, so the system isn't the problem at the moment. My appetite for execution is the problem. And then what does that do for me? It means that I'm one tweak away. Now this tweak could take me a week or a month or 2 months to fix, but this one tweak could be the difference between me starting to be profitable consistently or just not losing money. So at the moment, I'd say I'm more of a break-even trader rather than a profitable trader, but I wouldn't say that I'm unprofitable by any means, because the way that I'm trading now is something that I could sustain over a longer period of time, right? Doesn't mean I'm playing the prop game smart by trading these accounts for weeks on end. But again, goal number 1 of trading is to protect capital, protect downside. Number 2, right? Like, if you survive, you essentially can't be taken out of the game, right? If you, in real life, if you can live forever, you're eternal, so you can never die. Apply that framework to trading. If you can survive, you can keep your account alive for as possible. You only have to change a few small things to then start making money on the upside. But downside is just as exponential as upside. Like, it's the truth with trading. And with trading, you can go into negative bank account balance and debt and things like this. Like, there is much more room for downside than upside. I am from Sydney, Kong. I am, bro. I am in Sydney. Where are you from, my brother? Oh shit, sorry, stuff's loud. I'm from Sydney, Australia. Lived here my whole life. Luckily and thankfully blessed. As I know some people are not. But again, one thing I talk about a lot is gratitude. So wherever you're from, just be grateful that you are able to wake up, chase your dreams, trade, be here watching YouTube instead of whatever else you could be doing. Like, so many things to be grateful for. Every day I wake up, I thank God that I'm grateful to sit here and stare at charts like a fucking spastic when I could be doing anything else. But I'm grateful for it. Got Super Bowl on the left. I've got some people from around the world watching me for no other reason than maybe I'm a nice person or fucking something, but I appreciate everyone that hangs out and, you know, gives me a chance to prove myself. So gratitude for me is the most important shift that's helped me. And Justin Whelan, if you guys want a really nice source of knowledge for anything mindset related, I'll give you guys this. Feel free to subscribe to him, and he's an absolute godsend when it comes to mindset in trading. Like, unmatched mindset. Long videos on spiritual stuff, trading, discipline, detaching from money, everything that you need to, I guess, think the way that I think at the moment. Not at the moment, the way that I think, because I need to own my mindset, right? I need to be confident that I'm already a profitable trader. I need to visualize that I am, and I believe that I am. I just have imposter syndrome about that, you know. The true sense of believing that you are something before you're that person is quite difficult, but it's what you have to do, right? Like, if you want to be a 200k a year trader or a $1 million a year trader, it's like, do you think that guy doubts himself when he wakes up? Do you think he doesn't have the habits that build that into him? Do you think he takes, you know, dumb trades when he doesn't need to? The guy that makes $1 million a year or 200k, no, he doesn't. So I can't do it. I have to wait until the specific thing forms that I want to trade. At the moment, I'm not, bro. I'm taking this really slow at the moment. This is my own personal situation. So I got myself in drawdown after I haven't traded prior to this point in 6 months, right? So my rules at the moment, guys, for people that are watching, is this. I risk $300 per trade. I follow a 1.5 hour system. One loss equals stop on the day. Alright, one win equals one more trade. From a result of that, right, I can either make one win and one loss, or I can take two wins. So this means I would end the day in negative 300. I would end the day positive 450. This would be still plus 50, so I could take two trades and still end the day green. And on a day when I'm really in sync with the market, right, I can make this. This is what I'm following for the foreseeable future. So $300 risk, 1.5 hour system, one loss, I stop. If I take a loss in Asia, if I FOMO into a trade in the first 10 minutes of open, I can't trade it for the rest of the day. So what does it force me to do? Force me to be disciplined and wait for my specific system, because I really want to take a W. And I don't know if it's going to be a W, but again, if I take a loss, I just accept that that day is not for trading, and I go do anything else. I game, I fucking go to the gym, I go with mates, go to the beach, do anything else. And I'm blessed that I'm able to do that, because I have saved a lot of money and worked hard in sales and things like that to be able to do that. But the idea is, look, if I take a win, regardless for the day, I'm walking away green, right? I can either stop there at plus 300. Sorry, this is plus, yeah, it is plus 450, sorry. But regardless if I take that second trade, I'm going to be up either 150 by the end of that or 900. So best case, after taking a win, I'm up 450, 150 or 900. Worst case, I walk away 300. So the idea here is that I can take 3 bad days and make it all back in one good day, right? I can have 2 really good days and I'm going to be, 6 bad days in the bank. And again, this equity curve is going to be like this, then it's going to be like this, and it might be like this, and then it could be like this. Like, it's just building that discipline for me. And so moving back over here, I've been following this, right? Like, took a trade here, it was break even, but then I started, really, this says 3 trades, 1 trade, 2 trades, but this is all 1 trade, right? This is contract scaling, entering 3, realizing I need 1 or 2 more contracts, things like that. But obviously it's not perfect to the 450, but it's pretty close. 1 trade, 1 trade, this is all 1 trade. And then if I go back into the trades that I have taken, because I'm keeping my executions up for transparency, this trade was a W. And again, it's not going to be perfect. This trade, I'm trading chop, so I got stopped out. And if you look at this in hindsight, it's not sweeping any external. There's a lot of reasons why I shouldn't have been in this trade. Had I actually waited for my setup, which is an external sweep, this would have been my inversion trade here on this inversion, which played out perfectly. So again, it's just a case of, waiting. Again, same thing on the downside, external, and then you get your inversion here. Would this have been a 1.5R? Maybe not, but again, these trades run, so it's not about taking a win or a loss, it's just about sticking to the system of design to, be able to do it. And some of these losses are done. Some of these are good trades, really good trades. Like this is a textbook trade, external, inversion, we enter. For this one, I did take a close, so my entry was actually here, and then we took 1.5R somewhere around here, but obviously it was somewhere in here, and then the 1.5R is something like that. But again, some of those trades are done, and I've been hesitating. My recent problem is I've been hesitating. Same thing today, pushed up, swept external, 2000 inversion, closure below, retrace into the gap, 1.5R, I didn't take it, so nothing here, can't take anything here. I'm doing it for free, bro, and I'm doing it for free, honestly, for people to see what it's like, and hopefully that this does help. But it wasn't, honestly, it makes me a better trader, because the moment I started doing it, number one, you have a responsibility, but number two, like, I don't know, like it helps me a lot, so I'm gonna keep doing it. And the idea is that I document everything from how my mindset changes over time to taking payouts. If I can, my goal is to be able to say, I got a fucking 25k Topstep payout fucking 2 months in a row, right? And let's say I pull out 4 payouts by March or April, whatever it is, however long it takes, that I can confidently say every single trade up until the point that I bought these accounts that pay out, documented for free. Yeah, bro, it's in the bottom left. Same on everything. Fit Degen, the Fit Degen, but Fit Degen is better, but whatever. It's just a name. Degen, trading, fit, lost weight. Well, it's pretty simple, but TFD is much better. But yes, pure accountability. And again, some of you guys like that are watching, there's 18 interviews right now, which I'm fucking grateful for, because there's some live streams I do, and just me and Chart Dad, and I love Chart Dad because he gets involved and he has a chat. Same as you, Conti, I really appreciate it, because obviously makes it less boring. Trading's a very boring thing to do, right? It isn't especially when you're doing it on your own. I mean, that's why you guys are here watching a live stream, or you guys here, because it's fucking boring and lonely. So it's always nice to either have people to do it with, understand how different people think. But there is live streams where I'm by myself and I have to do the same thing, right? Because it doesn't matter if there's one person watching, 0 people, 10 or 100. Like, I have to be the trader that I want to be before I am that trader. And I had been before, because you guys, might have seen that I've gotten scammed before and gotten payouts before, but it's been a long time since I have, so it's time to materialize, 2-3 years of pretty much losing, always catching the short straw to try, catch the long straw. And hopefully starting before that happens, so you guys can see it happen as it unfolds. Is that you, Conti, Giuseppe?
I'm ready. All green inside, all green inside, breathing like
Maybe it's someone else. Appreciate you, Giuseppe, for what's you.
platform mist on a moving pain, coffee heat in a paper frame.
And basically my live streams are, relaxing place, hang out, play some music, chill out, wait for the market to come to us and then act upon it, like, again here I said the disinversion, push above, close below, tag in, trade lower, possibility, but again, if this happened above the 50% level, I could confidently say that, this could be a continuation trade, but I would much prefer this to happen here, to then take that continuation while running, because this allows me to have a risk to reward. That allows me to be wrong on it taking out this liquidity, which is something that I like. If I get involved on this here, again it might work, but my 1 to 5R sits at the low, so I have to be really confident about us being bearish, whereas here I can be wrong on both, or be right even though it could go higher or lower. And this is quite, I'd say, choppy. I don't say this is high probability conditions at the moment. And yes, you can DM me, I don't know if I said that. Feel free to ask me anything. Ask me anything, fitness, trading, mindset, how many accounts I've blown. Expose me, I'm an open book.
All green inside, rhythms glide, clear as morning, honest tide. All green inside.
And this is what I mean. Like, sometimes streams can be boring, right? But sometimes it's more entertainment for me to be on the fucking 30-second chart, just swinging 5 minis and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I've done it before. It'd be nice to just like, be on here, being entertaining for everyone, saying like, we've got 15-second closure, I'm slamming on a fucking minis to this lot, but I don't do it. Just take a 15-second trade and you're losing 45 seconds, and then your brain can't comprehend how you've lost money well, my brain can't comprehend that I've lost money so quickly, so then I feel revengeful and I want to overtrade. Self-belief, Giuseppe, my brother.
All green inside.
And that's the thing, boys, like, one thing that I've got full belief in recently is one sec, boys. Self-belief really comes from actually fucking owning your future position. You know what I mean? Like for me, I am profitable. Again, I say I have imposter syndrome, and if anyone doesn't know what that means, it means that you struggle to identify as the person that you are, either are or becoming, right? Like I'm a full-time day trader, but when people ask me what I do for work, I say, oh, like I don't know, like yeah, I day trade, you know, but I day trade full time. I do day trade full time. Um, that's imposter syndrome, right? When you can't really own your current position or your future position. With profitability, I already make money from prop firms. I just don't know when it's gonna happen, right? But it's going to happen. Like that's the type of positive self-talk you need to have to really accelerate your journey. And Justin Whelan, the guy I put the link up above, he posted a video I watched this morning. It was 40 minutes long, and it was really, really good. Right, you need to, number one, be grateful. Be grateful that you do get to wake up, drink coffee, wait for the markets to open, wait for your system, and all these things. So you just, the profitable trader isn't thinking about how much money they're gonna make, right? It's, I see the trade that I need to see, I enter, and I don't care about the consequences. And for me, I don't care that I'm in drawdown right now, because my current plan is to risk 300, take a loss, stop, and I'm following that. Am I following my strategy to a T? No. I'm still failing to execute when my system's pretty much perfect. But again, this is a small tweak that eventually, again, contradicting between saying that I am this and I'm not there yet, but small tweak. We're getting there, boys. We are there. Still, I'm learning as I'm going. You guys are seeing it. That's what I mean. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Exactly. Yeah. That's true. Best Loser Wins is a great book. For trading, if anyone wants some trading book recommendations. My best top 3 trading books. Trading in the Zone, everyone knows. Market Wizards. And Best Loser Wins. Again, I don't think these books directly helped at the time that I read them. I probably read Trading in the Zone and then had a good few days and then fucking tilted out of my ass on Apex. But again, they're books that, you know, knowledge doesn't disappear, right? Like, Best Loser Wins is about leaving your ego at the door. Because at the end of the day in trading, the best loser really does win. No, personally I'm not. Diamond Read. Again, where we were, I would have to be above here to take a short. It's just a rule that I have to follow. And what this is just 50% of the range that we've created. So unless we've gotten back to 50%, it doesn't constitute a continuation for me, even though it can continue lower. And even though, again, this is moving down, like you could make money if it goes down. Like, I can't get involved here because the only point where a short makes sense is once we close below and maybe reject. So even if you take it off the rejection of this, you know, reclaim of this inversion, number one, this would be the trade, right, for me. My stop is at a high that I think can get run very easily because I still expect it to trade 50%. My TP is at the low, so I have to expect that it's a full internal to external move. You probably I understand a word that I'm saying, internal, external, this, that. I just can't take a trade here, Diamond Read. Like, just because it's a red candle doesn't mean I'm gonna short, you know what I mean? Yeah, all good, bro. I'll hold it here for as long as you need, my brother. I really like inversions for myself, and you probably see this a lot, right? Like inversions are important points. Once we inverse and we close below, you know, we can retrade, but we don't need to. It shows enough bearish intention for us to push to this low. Reinverse these smaller ones. Sometimes they can, you know, trade back higher, but sometimes they hook in and hold us down. Again, I'll explain this 50% idea, right? Diamond read, right? So you want price to at least come back up to here before we continue lower. In the same way that from this low to this high, right? If I delete this one, you want to see us come back to here before we continue higher or lower, right? You just want to see price react from this 50% range to help freight. Well, you don't have to, but I do, and I'm not going to change that. Right? I can go back to any point in time, right, on a 15-minute chart, and I know that you said you want to keep it on the 5-minute chart. But swings, you know, 50%, we don't touch it, so probably we can get a trade. But then here, 50%, 50%. Here you don't get 50%, so it's hard to, you know, again, not really the most ideal trade. But anytime we create, again, a new swing to swing point, any 50% constitute, you know, if your bias is long and you wait for that. Same on the downside, you know, whether you're trading this, doesn't matter how fractal you get, like any swing point, just, you have to stick to it. Usually market orders actually these days, I'll be honest. And we'll go back on the 5 for you on this because it's clean. If I am trading a retrace, right? So like if I expect this inversion to close below and I want it to retrade into it, then I'll do a limit order. Right? But if I'm trading the close, which means I'm trading this, the close is a close underneath the inversion, then I mark it in on that close. So it's either I mark it in, depending on, you know, honestly, this for me is a bit of intuition at this point, and still it's probably not good to be involved in a system. But I'm working out with this whether I want to stick to limit orders or take closes. But the one rule that I have, that if I take a close, then I can put it at the nearest swing. If I wait for the limit, I have to put it at the swing high, which, yeah, 1.5R. So you can see the difference in, you know, what those two trades would look like. Similar TP, similar risks, so not really any different, but it change depending on the specific day. Yeah, 50% is important, and then you can really refine that to the 61.8 level. But again, like levels wise, like you guys can go to the start of the stream before I started talking and talked about this low, talked about this 50%, talked about a few of these things, you know what I mean, and they're occurring. But it's not about knowing or having a good idea where the market's going. It's about executing something that I can repeat every day. And I can't repeat a short here. Yes, this could have worked. Like I would have loved to take continuation if this had traded back into this, above this 50% zone. I would have loved it, you know. Same idea, take a short, but just here. Fulfill all my criteria, take the trade, and that's it. But fortunately didn't do it. And so what do? I trade London, Asia and London, so I can come back in London and the market's fresh. I haven't taken my loss for the day, and I can take this sort of trade again. And it might be a loss, and it is what it is, but I just don't want to stem outside of my rules, because that's where you lose control of your own system, right? The worst thing you can do is take a trade like this that doesn't fit your entire system and win on it, right? Because when you win on a trade that doesn't fit your plan, you now have created a negative feedback loop in your brain with a positive outcome. Yeah. And even the way that this is trading, like I said, it is quite choppy. It's low probability. So now you see this sell through with not much intention. Sell down into this low to get bought back up. And I'm not confident in this low getting taken, which is what we'll take that. I'm confident in us maybe trading lower, but from a point where it makes sense. I'm just marking this out because this would be a trade that I would take, and I like to see it. I like to confirm that the system works from an inversion standpoint, right? Like, closure below, retrade back into this inversion. This is technically the inversion. We'll retrade it and we push lower. I marked out this inversion earlier because, you know, I was expecting upside, but you don't want to see this push through, reject back, get this hard closure, but this isn't what you want to see. Or I want what I want to see. I want to see it happen quickly, like this, bang, straight through. You know, this is like going through, bang, straight through, and then struggle. Like, you want to see this start to run. Displacement is important. I mean, I'm going to call this stream in probably about 5-10 minutes anyway, because I trade pretty much from the 12 o'clock hour to the 2 o'clock hour, and it's already 2:30, but I like hanging out and sharing wisdom because I get a buzz out of that. And again, for me, profitability is also things outside the charts. So me constantly reinforcing my mindset to other people is also profitability in my eyes. So it's not always just about making sure that this is green. It's making sure that this is green. And I'm not some fucking wise speaker. I'll hang out for another 5 minutes, but yeah, appreciate you, chat that if you're hopping off. Or as always, I really appreciate it. But yeah, trading is meant to be boring, and when it starts to feel boring, you generally feel like you're doing something more right than wrong. As dumb as it sounds. Like when you're taking a long here and then a short here and then a long here again because you've lost the one, it's like you feel like you're trading, but then you realize you're not. And then when you're doing this shit and you're waiting and you 2.5 hours you haven't taken a trade, you feel like you're not trading. That is trading. That's actually what it is. It's what it has to be as well. It has to be like this. Unless you're a fucking hyper scalper, and at that point you're just an AI bot anyway, so you might as well just code it. And again, if we sweep and push through this low, that's pretty bearish, right? Because number one, we haven't gotten back to 50% of the range, and then we're pushing lower. So I wouldn't be now thinking that we take out this low and then I'm looking for a reversal. Like, this was just me calling it for the. I'll call it for the session, and I'd come back in London and see what we do, and I'd reevaluate completely. Everything deleted off my charts. I leave my high intact. I leave some of these zones to see if there's places where, you know, price comes down here. Are we going to trade back in as this resistance? Then we're going to continue lower from there, or you know, different things like that. Yeah. So this would have hit, right? Like this could have been 2 W's in the day had this traded back to the 50% level and fit my system perfectly, but I wouldn't have taken it, so that's why it doesn't matter. So, I mean, we've taken that low anyway. So I think even for me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm gonna have to call it, because one of my biggest issues as well is just, you know, once 1 or 2 trades have happened that, you know, that you could have been a part of or you could have made money, I start to have a, I'm not gonna wait on the charts thinking that like I'm gonna catch something as good as this, or had this traded here as good as this for continuation, right? Like, there's no point, because then I'm searching for something that doesn't exist because I know that I could have made money. So for me, it's important that at this point, call it, and then come back in London. So Conti, chart that, Diamond Reed, anyone that's put in chat, MQ Christian, Mokhtar, anyone that's here watching, hasn't said a thing, but just watching and listening, I appreciate everyone for hanging out. If you could help me out, please leave a like on the stream. If I did help in any way, it helps me out. But again, like, hopefully I shared something of wisdom. Hopefully it sticks. If it can, you learn from me losing quite a lot of money. But yeah, like, I'm on this journey just as much as you guys are, right? Like, we're all working through it. Everyone's winging it day by day. Not winging it, but you know, everyone's just working it out as they go. So never feel like a stranger if it seems like I know so much, because I don't. And never feel like you're less of a person if you see someone else make fuck it. Because they see it all the time. You wake up, you go on Instagram, you go on TikTok, you go on Twitter. Some 19-year-olds made $60,000 overnight, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, why not me? But again, it's not a competition, and a lot of the times we all know that is inflated numbers for, you know, different reasons, or not the whole true story. With me, you're gonna get the true story, and if in a year's time I keep doing this shit, you're gonna see what it's like to be fucking unprofitable. So you're gonna be like, what a spastic anyway. But hopefully I can be a source of information where you see what this can turn into over the long term. So again, appreciate everyone for hanging out. Leave a like on the stream if you enjoyed. But for me, I'm going to go to the gym, gonna go eat some food, gonna go relax. London session for me starts in about 4.5-5 hours. And if you're down and free, you're from Australia, that's 7 PM. Shit time, but I'm a single man at the moment, so just chill out and fucking, you know, chat to the peoples at 7 PM and take some trades. So that's what I'll be doing. So much love, everyone. I'm gonna end the stream now, and I actually appreciate it because sometimes it does get low. So every single one of you, 22 people watching, really appreciate it. Stay grateful, stay blessed. Much love, and I'll catch you in a few hours' time. Adios. I'll leave a little love heart in the chat for anyone that's yeah. Goodbye.